First of all, I think good job to the organizers. They really put all the presentations in a good order because I'll just return back to Andrei's presentation. He opened two topics. He was talking about heroes connected to cycling destination and also to certain events going on in the cycling destination. So I'll talk a little bit about these heroes, and Istok behind me will talk about events at the cycling destination. So basically that's what my presentation is about, how you can promote your bike park, your destination through some kind of professional mountain bike team or different cycling athletes. Just quickly about me, a few words. This is the official text that you can find in the brochures. So my history is I used to compete in downhill, which is still kind of my biggest passion. After finishing my racing career, I did a lot of local and international events, mostly in Slovenia with the biggest Slovenian tourist resorts. We did different projects, and in the end I finished with starting my own international team owned by Junior, the bicycle tools producer, and in the end I finished working for the company in charge for the actual program. I won't talk about my projects. This is just to kind of put the bases out there. So it all started with our local cycling club, which through that we organized a lot of events, as mentioned before. We're now building our own bike park in Ljubljana. At the same time, we are also cooperating with 3 of the top 5 resorts in Slovenia, so it's Krvavec, Kranjska Gora and Rogla. On all those parks we are organizing different projects such as bike camps. And the most important thing I want to explain today is the professional team that we have, Junior Tools team. You probably heard of Tine, the 2013 World Cup champion. We talked about Scotland today. We also have the former Scottish downhill champion, Rory Cunningham. And just to go further on, basically what I want to explain today is that if you are a cycling destination, why would you cooperate with a professional team or athletes, and how can they, through some kind of programs and activities, and through events that they are going to, how can they promote your destination? What's worth to do that? Okay? My first question would be, who's your target audience? If you run, for example, if you run a bike park. So we all know that mountain biking is still not a mainstream sport. So if we look at Tour de France, there's literally millions of people watching the race. And I would say there's just a small portion of those people that are actually riding their bikes, right? So when you look at the World Mountain Bike World Cup, or for example on the picture, that's Crankworx in Canada, I would say that all those guys in the back, all of them, are riding their bikes. Am I right? So that's the thing with the mountain bike and with mountain bike events, that the people that come to watch the race, the people that do follow, there's smaller number of them that in the mainstream sports, but the people that do follow, they are your target audience. They are the guys that will want to ride the same trails that our heroes, our World Cup champions do. Okay? So when we talk about these high-class events, I'll maybe just focus a little bit on the Mountain Bike World Cup. So that's one of the pictures from there. It's a very good place for example, if you work with a professional team, they can promote your destination at those events. There's a large number of people going to these events, passing through all these team pits. So this is kind of like Formula One of racing. So everybody's showing their balls by getting bigger truck than the neighbor. So there's a lot of space for giving out catalogs, putting different, showing videos of the big screens and all that stuff. So it's definitely, I'm talking from experience. This is what I'm seeing from the last 5 years. To maybe give you some examples, so there's different levels of branding you can do through a team. So it's either just small branding on t-shirts and websites and all that stuff, In the last years, what we actually see is that the bike parks, so not just the bike parks, the actual locations are actually entering as named partners. So they're investing tens of thousands of euros in the teams. So for example, Gstaad Scott is probably, I think, 5th or 6th ranked downhill team in the world. So Gstaad is the Swiss bike park. Commensal Valnord, so it makes sense for two local brands to cooperate. So Valnord is the bike park in Andorra. For example, Colnago used to have Südtirol as a co-name partner, so it's actually the whole area that was the sponsor of the team. So a lot of, I'm not so experienced with running a local cycling destination, but what I can tell you is that professional teams do their job well. So you don't need to maybe hire a marketing agency. You can just work with the team and they will do a lot of promotion for you. So when we speak about social media, when we speak about press releases, when we speak about promoting their partners, all that stuff, it's done really, really well. So just another example, if you run a cycling destination, it's definitely worth to have the team you work with for some kind of team training and testing camps. It's through this team that you work with, you can invite other teams because they have connections to them. And in the end, all these teams, they have connection to big cycling brands which need good resorts to have demo events, to bring their bikes, to invite their dealers for their dealer distributor shows and different kind of things. So there's a lot of potential you can develop through this channel. It's not just the actual branding. Yeah, just quickly a little bit about the numbers. So today we're talking about the growth of mountain bike, and this is just yet another proof that this is happening. So these are the official numbers we got from the UCI, from the 2014 UCI Mountain Bike World Cup. That basically the viewers on TV doubled, also the Red Bull TV, I think it tripled. And also the number of spectators at 7 rounds of the World Cup, it's over 200,000. So this is the amount of people that I would say ride bikes and watch our riders at those races. Yeah, just this is symbolic picture how, for example, you can promote. It's hard to talk about investments here, but I can tell you from my experience, it's really great value for money. I'm quite sure there's no way you can get so much promotion through sponsoring a team than anything else. And what's also very important that if you choose the right teams, if you choose the right athletes, they're really, really great ambassadors. Okay, so invite them to your destination, make pictures with them, have a local bike camp, invite them as their guests. And it's not just they'll do promotion at this thing, but it's also the whole community that is being built in the background, because local guys that are riding the park, they will come and visit because of them. I just stole this photo this morning, so it's Cedric Garcia was a host of the bike camp in Russia. So even the Russians are doing it. Yeah, so this is just another example how the local community, of course, we've been talking about this the whole day, and if you have some heroes connected to a destination, and then the whole community is being built in the end. And we don't have any time for questions and comments. I just want to finish off with a thing from Maya's presentation, where she said that every brand needs to have a story. So what's a better story than saying that that one racer who won the World Cup was riding, or not riding, was training in your cycling destination, in your bike park. That's it. Thank you.